What's up, everybody? I'm Paul with Paul and Tiffany, third generation realtors. We are a real estate brokerage in Whittier, California, which is a suburb of greater Los Angeles.
And I am Tiffany. If this is your first time tuning in and checking us out, thanks a bunch.
Yeah, so as always, if you're looking to buy, sell, invest, or join an amazing brokerage, hit us up, call, text, message us. We'd love to connect with you.
And if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, subscribe now.
So today we're going to talk about the top 5 reasons you should consider moving up right now in this market. And reason number 1, rates are historically low. We're talking mid 3s right now. We're in May 2020. Rates are like hovering in the 3s, which is insane. I think the average interest rate from 1960 to now is like 8.9%.
Yeah.
So rates are historically low.
And if you can't sell your house, refinance. I just refinanced and saved like $500 on my mortgage.
Yeah, right. Reason number 2, sell high, buy low. You know, right now we're seeing depending on what your price bracket is, in our neck of the woods, let's say the mid market is $500,000 to $600,000, high end might be $700,000, $800,000, $900 million plus. In the mid market range, $600,000, $700,000, we're seeing low inventory across the board, but particularly in this price range, there's a lot of buyers under 600, you know, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, tons of buyers. We're seeing stable prices. So if you've got a property and you set the tone, you stage it, you declutter, accessorize, do all the things we do to maximize our seller's profit, you're gonna sell high. You're gonna get a good number because, again, rates are low, inventory's low, so sellers are getting an optimal number right now. Supply and demand, we just don't have enough inventory, and if your property's, you know, HGTV ready to go, buyers are gonna pay a premium for that. Now on the flip side, we're seeing more than ever in the past decade, sellers negotiable, more negotiable than ever before. And the typical type of property that we're seeing concessions and negotiations is that outdated property in a killer neighborhood that we always recommend our clients to buy. You know, moving up in that killer neighborhood and you're buying that moderate fixer. And in doing so, we're seeing drastic discounts personally out there on the market. Now, anything you have to say about that regarding kind of our strategy, which is, you know, in this market, we could sell high and potentially buy right, buy low. And in doing so leads us to our next step. But before we go to next step, Tiff, do you have any comments on kind of the strategy and the benefit and the reason people should consider moving up right now, which is the, you know, sell high, buy low strategy?
Yeah, I have seen a lot of the homes that are moderate fixers or outdated. They're sitting on the market and we've been able to negotiate, which is awesome for our clients, and they're in great neighborhoods. The homes that are selling fast right now are turnkey, dialed in, and they're still selling, which is awesome. So we definitely have a lot of buyers out there. Sellers are coming, but it's a great time to negotiate and just sell high and buy low.
One of the stories that comes to mind that I just want to share, we had a client recently sell their home, which was an amazing property. I'm not going to say it was overbuilt. Well, no, it was overbuilt. They spent way too much money in this improvement in this particular neighborhood. We ended up getting them an insane number. What did we sell the property for? 810, like low 8s, record-breaking price for this particular neighborhood.
Yeah.
So they are the epitome of selling high. What they did was they rented, this was about 6 months ago, maybe 3 to 4 months ago. They rented for month to month, short term. Their dream was to be in this neighborhood called Friendly Hills. That was their ultimate dream. And they were open to maybe buying a property in a neighborhood just adjacent to that, and then perhaps 5 to 7 years down the road, getting to their dream of Friendly Hills. Well, believe it or not, guys, we are able to negotiate like this $1 million house down to $850. And in a typical market pre-corona, this thing would have been what? What do you think the value of that property would have been and sold for?
950-ish.
950-ish, let's say. 850, right? And I don't know, hopefully we're not.
4-car garage, big, but needs a lot of work.
Yeah,
so,
a lot of updates, super clean, just needed updates. So they're gonna go in, put some money into the property, and they're in their dream home, which would not have occurred.
And now they don't have to worry about over improving because they're in a neighborhood full of homes that are $1 million plus. So it's an awesome opportunity for them. We're excited. Reason number 3 is grow your equity and build your wealth. We have a client that we're helping right now. We sold them a house. not even a year ago in a great neighborhood.
Moderate fixer.
Moderate fixer, big home. That would have been perfect. That's perfect for them, but now they have a different circumstance. Their in-laws are coming in. So they were gonna refinance, talk to the lender. The lender's like, wow, you have a lot of equity. They got their house appraised. They are sitting on $185 in equity in less than a year.
$185,000.
$185,000, yes. So now they're like, maybe we should move it. So we got in the car and they found this amazing house that's in the best area, fixer, but they're gonna build their equity again and more. So it's so awesome that you have that money sitting in the bank. I mean, like you're sitting on your
asset,
right? You're sitting on
equity.
your asset that you get just to get to move.
Roll it up. Yeah, and Tiffany, you've done a good job about rolling your equity up. You made 3 moves. She started with a little 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Yeah.
And it was a moderate fixer in a great neighborhood. Lived there for a few years, sold that, took her equity, rolled it into another moderate fixer in a better neighborhood, built more equity to her 3rd jump, which was again an awesome neighborhood, fixer in a phenomenal location. And now she's sitting on a boatload of equity because she strategically bought over the course of a period of 7 years or so, and she bought right. So we always encourage our clients to kind of faster. Now, I know buying a home often is an emotional thing. This is your family's, this is where you stick your flag. This is where you build your community. You have neighbors and you've got your family, and it's sometimes obviously an emotional deal, and it's your life, right? That's important for sure. However, we do like to always throw in the financial component of, look, your home at the very least, especially in Greater Los Angeles, California. We have phenomenal appreciation in California, phenomenal appreciation in Greater Los Angeles, our neighborhood. So because our appreciation is so great historically, our asset, real estate, our home is typically our biggest asset. And if you're intelligent with how you purchase this real estate, bottom line is you want to buy the ugliest house in the best neighborhood, or you want to buy that moderate fixer in a killer neighborhood. Now, I always tell so anyways, with that being said, if you want to think long-term, all this does by building more wealth or more equity and buying right, it just gives you options. Tiff's sitting on a lot of equity. Had she stayed in her first little 2-bedroom, 1-bath home, awesome little house in a great neighborhood, but had she stayed there, she'd have less options. Currently, she's got more options. Does she want to buy another fixer in a better neighborhood and continue to build that equity? Does she want to cash out and move to a vineyard in Temecula, right?
Which I almost did.
Does she want to pull some money out and buy an investment property? All these options that can financially benefit her family for the long haul, she now has because of these strategic moves. So again, that's typically what we recommend to our clients now, and that's what we do. We buy moderate fixers in good neighborhoods.
And we're not afraid of them. We're not afraid. A lot of people are like, oh my God, how much is that gonna cost? We have really good relationships with contractors and construction workers. So we're excited about the change and love,
Now, that being said, if there was a turnkey property in great condition that was perfect for my family, would I break my rule and maybe buy a turnkey property priced top of the market? Possibly. If the location's awesome.
If you're gonna live there for more than 10 years.
If you're gonna live there for a decade, exactly, and it just hits a lot of, checks, then I'd say, it's something for sure to consider.
One of the reasons I move my equity so often and I'm comfortable in moving is because I don't have a 401k. So that's my kind of retirement. People are like, why are you moving? Your house is beautiful. It's not that I want a bigger house, but I just want to keep building my wealth sitting on my asset, my home. So,
and we come from a lineage of broker. My grandfather's a broker. He actually started as an investor. He bought a couple houses, then got his real estate license and built a huge real estate portfolio back in the 70s, and accumulated a lot of wealth through real estate. We love helping people. We love selling, real estate. We're really good at what we do. But really, at the end of the day, guys, when we have, clients that we worked with 10 years ago and they were sitting on a bunch of equity and they're in an amazing home, that's what it's all about. We're talking about options, we're talking about retirement, we're talking about future generations, we're talking about building wealth through your asset, which is your house. And we absolutely, as you can tell, are passionate about buying real estate and encouraging our clients to buy right, think of real estate, and that's it. All right, we're at reason number 4. Reason number 4, improving the neighborhood. You might have a great neighborhood now. There might be a neighborhood that has a better school district. Maybe you've got a barking dog next door that you just can't get rid of.
Or someone's throwing parties and you're like, enough.
Or maybe you got a kid next door playing the drums too loud and it's just, you've had it up to here.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to improve your neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's all about improvement, right? Never-ending, continual improvement. Again, moving neighborhoods for us ties back to increasing wealth, bottom line.
Yeah.
We live in a great community. There's tons of amazing neighborhoods and pockets. And quite frankly, I'd say across the board, every neighborhood has its pros and cons, and more pros than cons in our neighborhood, in our community, generally speaking.
Yeah.
That being said though, I'm gonna tie back improving neighborhood to building wealth. We just touched base on that, but better neighborhoods are gonna appreciate stronger, bottom line. So if you're improving your neighborhood, that property is going to improve over time and appreciate over time at a greater rate than a neighborhood that is subpar.
The awesome part about Whittier too is that, moving your neighborhood doesn't mean moving cities. It could mean like moving
across the street, a couple blocks up.
5 blocks up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different school district. The prices are higher, so it's yeah.
Let's go to reason number 5, which is?
Reason number 5 is more space, especially now during the pandemic.
Right?
You kind of want to just live on your little farm up on the hill.
Totally. I mean, you've increased space. You went to from 800 square feet to 1,400 square feet. Now you're a couple thousand square feet.
And
has it improved the quality of life? Like for you guys, like think back. I know you didn't. It was pre-kids at your first place.
Yeah, pre-kids. My house was pristine. No toys. No clutter.
Yeah.
But the bigger house, though, the more clutter. But it's nice to have space.
Yeah. We're seeing that our top 5 reasons space, whether that's more livable space. The reason we have this as our reason number 5 is, talking to a lot of our clients are move-up clients. And we hear it all the time. 4 kids in a small space, 1 bathroom.
A lot of in-laws are moving in too, so.
We're seeing a lot of that. Mm-hmm. All right, so to recap, the top 5 reasons to move up right now in this market. Number 1, rates are low. Historically low, like ridiculously low, number 1. Number 2,
sell high, buy low.
Sell high, buy low. Number 3,
grow your equity.
Build that wealth, grow that wealth. Number 4,
better neighborhood.
Better neighborhood, yes. And last but not least, number 5,
more space.
So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked what you heard today, please like us, share, comment below. If you've moved up recently or have any questions, feel free to text us, email us, call us, comment below, DM us. Be sure to follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
We are here to help. We'd love to connect with you guys out there. Have a great day. Peace.
See you soon.